So here we are again, and we're going to have another little talk about downwind sails with our catamaran. Yay! So there's a couple of little small changes from last time you saw the boat, and I talked about spinnakers. One of them mainly is that I've actually got my tack line now fitted. That's the orange rope here that goes to the tack of the spinnaker, and it comes out of the longeron here and goes through the clutch, so I can pull it up and down and do all that fancy stuff. It's quite nice, quite cool. Makes life a lot more easy and a lot safer. I don't have to climb out on the pole anymore, which is good when you're in the middle of the Atlantic. A nice day out in the Atlantic on our way from the European side to the American side. We're going to talk about this thing and why I have it pinned here and not here. Well, first thing is we're going like proper downwind. We're sailing it as low as we can and as fast as we can. And by having it pinned out to the side here is like having a spinnaker pole on the yacht back in the day. So we'd have the spinnaker and would pole it out to the side, so it would allow us to sail deeper or lower downwind. What that does as well is it's exposing. If we look at the center line of our boat here, okay, let's sit here, laying down on the trampoline again. So here's the center line on my boat here, and we use our forestay as a bit of a reference here. When I have the tack of the spinnaker attached to here, my mast and my mainsail, which is behind me here, this is also all on the center line. Yeah? Okay. This, and the wind is coming from about here. So if I have my spinnaker, this bit here attached to this bit here, my exposed area of the front end of the sail is between the mast here and there, sort of about the same area as the jib, but yeah, pretty much the same area as the jib, but a little bit longer. By bringing it from here to here, I now expose another, how wide's my boat? 7 meters, so another 3.5 meters of sail area to the wind to go downwind. So I've done a good thing. Number one, exposed more sail area to the wind, which is coming this way at it. What I've also done is I've rotated the sail around my boat. So my spinnaker is actually sailing at a good apparent angle where this sail likes to work by rotating it around my boat, but my boat is actually facing a different way under my sail. So my boat's facing the right way, more downwind, the way I want to go, and my sail is also happy because it's facing the way it wants to with regards to the wind. So when you're running downwind deeper, it is quite advantageous to bring this out, especially if your boat is not a high apparent wind boat. So we're not a high apparent wind boat. We can drag the apparent around a fair bit, but it is still advantageous for us to do this. And the slower your boat is, the more advantageous it is to do this. Right down to once you start getting into your 4 or 5 knot boats, that actually it's more advantageous to actually have a symmetrical spinnaker instead of the asymmetrical spinnaker, and just pin it to the two bows and send it downwind. Anyway, but you'll see how I've got it trimmed here, similar to the last movie I had. I've got telltales here, and you'll see them, they're flying, then they're stalling, then you'll see this is luffing, and then it's flying, it's stalling, this will luff a bit. So I'm right on the edge of being too tight. And you'll see the red telltales go up and backwind to them actually flowing. And then every now and then you'll see the kite, there it is, there, rolls in and snaps back, rolls in, snaps back. So this, for easy offshore sailing, is quite a nice trim setup, and this is what you're looking to achieve. Now, I'm going to actually have a look at this end of the sail here. You see this end of the sail here? We've got quite a nice little bit of curvy going on. We want a bit of twist because the airflow from sea level down here to the airflow up here is not the same. The airflow down here is slower than what the airflow is up there. So we've got to allow for that difference in wind speed by adding twist. So down here, my kite is fairly close in and close hauled to the boat, but up here, it's actually twisted out a little bit. I'm probably a little bit tight here because it's quite closed in the head here. But anyway, that's a sheeting angle thingamajiggy, and we'll talk about that in a minute and how I can adjust that by moving my sail up and down. Now, let's have a look. Okay, so you can see there's my boat, there's the clue of my spinnaker, and as I go up, it sort of goes out, and it comes back in. But where it goes back in, the kite's smaller, so the exit is still trying to be straight out, exhausting out the back. And you'll also see that the twist in my sail roughly in my mainsail roughly matches the twist in the spinnaker. Okay, so these two sails actually need to work together. Now this sail is actually sailing off the wind from this sail. So the wind, while it's actually quite far aft in true wind terms, so if you look at the wind on the water here, the wind is actually coming from here. But because my boat's going quite fast through the water and accelerated, the apparent wind is actually at 90 degrees to my boat. So the wind comes in. Let's have a look at the luff and the curve and everything here. Alright, so you'll see up here, this is not a straight line either. This is curved and open and trying to get a specific sail shape. I'm a bit loose here, trying to project the luff a little bit. Probably a bit loose, but that's because I got the long strop on the bottom and not the short one, and I'm a bit flat in the entry and not knuckly. But that's just because of my setup. But anyway, the wind is coming from 90 degrees, so there's my boat. Wind is coming in 90 degrees, then the sail is turning the wind around, and as it turns the wind around, it creates a low pressure on the other side, and then it's exhausting the wind out the back that way, which is making me go forward. Now, because the big spinnaker has turned all that wind around, my mainsail here is now sailing on the wind that's been affected by the spinnaker. So, try and not fall off the boat in the middle of the Atlantic. I got 3 woolies or telltales up here, and I want them flying, and generally speaking they're flying backwards. So the wind's flowing over my sail and exhausting, but it means that I can have my mainsail sheeted on the back corner and not right out the side. So let's go have a look at my wind angles on the instrument, so see if I can clarify. Look, laundry day in the middle of the ocean. New Zealand! Okay, where are we? Oh, back to my favourite little toy, the salmon. Okay, so here we can see, there's the bow of my boat. Here's the wind coming over the back corner at 140 odd degrees. Then you'll look at the apparent wind. It floats between 90 and 100, as that's where I got the autopilot set. So you can see I've dragged the apparent wind, so that's the wind that the boat feels, is here, and it drags it through the big spinnaker, which, if you can imagine, this is my big spinnaker here. Drags the wind in at 90 degrees, turns it around, and it exhausts it out the back. There's my mast in the middle of the boat here, and then my mainsail is like that, catching the wind from my spinnaker. So hopefully that makes some sense, and explains why I have my spinnaker attached to my bow. Oh, where is it? Can't see my bow from here. Anyway, let's have a look at jib sheeting. Yeah. Okay, there's my winch. There's my block. There's another block. So I got not the triangle of death, but the square of death on the leeward helm. My favourite main sheet. My main sheet is actually working like a normal main sheet at the moment, because it's off 1 point and not off 2. So it's like a normal main sheet, but with no traveller. Here we go. As I stumble and fall over the boat. Compulsory fishing rod outside. Okay, so there's my turning block. I follow my kite sheet all the way up, so you can see the belly in the spinnaker, the twist, twisty twisties in the sails, all good, allowing for the wind shear between the wind being at water level or sea level and being 20 meters up in the air. You can see my 3 little pink telltales there flying backwards. Oh, the top one just stalling every now and then, so you know I'm on maximum trim. Yeah, so here's the mighty ship sailing through the sea.
Whales, I think. I just spotted them. That's so cool.
Okay, so I've got a vibration in the boat happening, and it's not a little vibration, it's a good wiggle, jiggle. And we're not going fast enough now, I've got to wait to get up to speed. There we go. So you can see engine's getting a little bit of a shake on. Of course we're not going fast enough now to see it. And there we go. It's getting a little bit of a shake. Shaky. That is the weed on the sail drive. There it goes. I wonder how the other engine's going. That's got a good shaky on it as well. Right, here in the other engine room. This one's not so bad. It's got a little shake going on. I might have a little bit of weed on it, but it's nothing on that other engine. There you go. So between the two of them, there's a bit of shaky going on.
So, got a little bit of a shake and a wobble.
Shaking a wobble.
Shaking a wobble. Shaky going on.
Also the freaking.
I think the shaky is weed. I think we got weed around a sail drive, a dagger board or a rudder. Just went down below and on the port side. Yeah, I think it's a starboard side sail drive. So, need to have a quick look at a check to see if there's anything on there. The best way to do that is with the GoPro. So, everyone will be going for a swim and going.
I think putting your life jacket on might be a better idea.
Yeah, I'll need to put my life jacket on to go back there. So,
Why don't we get one of the helmets?
go and have a look, see what's making the shaky. My bet is something on the starboard sail drive.
Wait, is there some shaky?
Yeah. Yeah, had a look at the engine from the inside. It's got some shaky.
Most likely.
Right, let's see what we see under the water. Right, here we go. Port side, let's have a look. Found some on the starboard side. What the other side looks like. But I know I got wet.
Okay, babe, what did we do to fix the weed issue?
Yeah, so as you saw, we had weed on particularly the starboard sail drive, a bit on the rudders and a little bit on the port engine.
There's been a lot of weed, hey?
A lot of sargassum, and we have to get it off. And why do we have to get it off? For two reasons. One, it slows us down. We don't like going slow. And two, well, you saw the engine shaking and vibrating, and that's wear and tear on the engine mounts and all the other bits and pieces. So yeah, don't want it shaking around, and it annoys the heck out of us because it shakes the boat. So how did we do it? Of course, we didn't film it because
we're busy.
It's just what you do, and we don't think it's much. Dying. We don't think it's much, but yeah. So
when Anna comes to make the video, it starts getting difficult.
Yeah, so we drop the spinnaker, keep the main up, spinnakers drop, and you just round up into the wind, and basically put the boat in irons, and it actually sails backwards. Sail backwards for a little bit, takes a couple minutes, all the weed comes off, then you put the helm hard over the other way, so you basically just reverse and back up, and then fill the main and start sailing forwards again. Sometimes you need an engine, but yeah, that's how we did a back down, got the weed off and went sailing again.